everybody, this is Casey Wallace here at Xpnsion Network, and we have put together, of course, for your entertainment and your expansion, a special event presentation where we are highlighting and doing pre-conference interviews for an extraordinary event that's coming up in Southern California in Laguna Beach. It was originally designed to be an experience for everybody on 4/4, but due to the phenomenon that is currently taking place here in the year 2020, the event has been postponed, but we're not going to let the opportunity escape us for still letting you get in on some great conversation and inspirational insight for your life, and invite all of you, of course, to come out and join the conference when it goes live, currently set for 8/8 of 2020. And it is the Star Knowledge Conference, and it's honoring the Galactic Goddess energy out there, which is so vital and important for our timeline right now. And with us today is one of the co-founders, Michelle Anderson. She is a powerhouse energy leader and nurturer for all souls in transition of knowing themselves, and the bravery component that we all must hold in a space for ourselves to unleash our superpowers. And we're going to be talking today a little bit about what this conference is all about and what you can look forward to in your physical attendance. Also, to reassure all of you that Xpnsion Network will be at this event when it goes live, and we'll be bringing to you, for those of you who may not be able to make the trek globally around the world, we'll be bringing to you the presentations that we have the honor of filming there. Michelle, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me again. It seems like things are changing by the second. And so every time we've done a check-in with each other, we do a video or we do a chat, so much can shift and change, and we're flowing with it. And I think that's one of the things the Galactic Goddess actually invites us to consider, is going with the flow and being fluid like water. So thank you so much for hosting me. And we really wanted to make this just a quick check-in with people, and to say that we're just like everybody else, trying to rearrange our calendars and reorganize, and that it is our intention to have this event in Laguna Beach during the Lionsgate on 8/8. And that's also during the Perseid meteor showers, which is a great time to sky watch and look at the stars. And really, that's what this event is about, is our star family and our galactic feminine presence that's coming in, and how the divine masculine can hold that gate. And so on 4/4, April 4th this year, we know that a lot of us will still be in self-quarantine, and a lot of us are just finding the vehicle of using social media as our prime way of staying in touch with each other. And it does feel like a warm hug when we see each other on our video chats and we see each other in our Zoom rooms. So what we've done, and Casey and Brad, thank you so much for what you're doing in using the Xpnsion Network platform to give us a complete library of our Galactic Goddess speakers. And I think you've done interviews with a lot of our speakers. I know you interviewed Ava Park of Museum of Woman, and I highly recommend people watch that interview of her and go to her website as well. She's got a lot of great information there. I know that you did an interview recently with my brother, Adam Apollo. Isn't he a kick?
To say the least, you know, these speakers and presenters have an energy in their own space that is unlike what most of the viewers are going to experience. So you definitely want to be binge watching, you know, all of this until this conference goes live.
Right. Adam Apollo he is so smart, but he's also heart smart, and he's a very balanced man, very balanced in his masculine and feminine, and he offers great insights into everything that's probably happening right now, and a lot about our galactic history. I know you've also done interviews with Eric Rankin, my Awakening Code Radio co-host, and he does a lot with sonic geometry. And in his presentation for our Galactic Goddess, he was really going to bring some information about the creation matrix. I forget what he was going to call his talk, but he's definitely bringing forward some information about masculine geometry versus feminine geometry and what the whole universal matrix is all about. I think you also interviewed Bliss Prema. Am I right?
Yep.
And I'm Lori Spagna as well. You interviewed Lori Spagna for Galactic Goddess. She's another one of our incredible speakers. And Elizabeth April. I like to say Elizabeth April and Adam Apollo are like brother and sister in their energy, the way their energy comes across. And I had the great honor of introducing both of them at Contact in the Desert last year. I'm hoping that we can also get an interview with Selena Two Bears. I think might be doing her interview, and you'll be putting that in our library. And Jen Berryhill and Chief Golden Light Eagle. This is really the Star Knowledge Teams Conference. Star Knowledge was started by Chief Golden Light Eagle about 24 years ago. He started these conferences, and Jen Berryhill has been his right arm, putting on the conferences as conference coordinator, and she's been very aligned with the messages we're getting about this galactic goddess feminine essence that's weaving and bringing us into what we feel is the age of Aquarius, the new golden age. What we're experiencing right now is surreal, and we're all feeling it. And we know that we are going to get through this. This isn't the end of the world. This is just the end of the world as we know it. And many of us are feeling like we're really looking forward to what is being birthed from this time on Earth. And we do feel that this 4/4 Stargate that's happening on April 4th is the beginning of this new cycle of creation. And you're going to see so much blooming, blossoming forward from it. Many people, since we've been experiencing being sheltered at home and some people in quarantine, what we've been experiencing is people coming forward and finding that social media is the way to feel comfortable and to feel our connection with each other again. And on 4/4, I see so many people jumping on and feeling that galactic goddess energy. I know that I personally will be hosting for Disclosure Fest Foundation an online live stream with Chief Phil Lane. It's our Star Knowledge space at Disclosure Fest, which is a festival that happens every summer solstice in June. And we're right now still planning on having Disclosure Fest with all of our incredible speakers and stages. Last year we had 16 stages on 32 acres with 20,000 people there in downtown Los Angeles. And so what we switched to is a live stream twice a week tune in with some of our speakers and performers with Disclosure Fest. So I'm kind of doing 3 things right now. I'm working on Galactic Goddess here and getting people to think about what you're doing on 4/4, because even though we're not going to be having the event live, there are so many ways that you can tune into the energy of what 4/4/4 equals. And I'm inviting you to come on with us at Disclosure Fest Foundation on 4/4. Also, Unify is doing a mass meditation as well at 10 a.m., I think. There are a lot of other, there's a World Day of Prayer being called for through a grandmother's group. And so I'm just asking that anybody that sees this video tune in on 4/4 and make that your day of prayer. So we want to vision together and hold that vision together, what we want to see birthed from these energies. We want to see a new economy. We want to see everybody rising up into their higher selves and co-creating together and collaborating together. And we're already seeing that's how we're doing this, Brad and Casey. This collaboration that we're doing is exactly what I believe the Galactic Goddess event was inviting us to venture into, to have more and more people actually be the embodiment of the flower of life. And when you think about what that means, is the flower of life in sacred geometry is circle upon circle upon circle, all touching each other. So all of us have our circles. And if we share our assets with each other, if we share with each other, whether it's our social media following or tagging people on what we're doing, we are co-creating this new earth that we're birthing together. And that's really what the Galactic Goddess event was inviting people to come to and experience. So we hope you'll join us on 8/8. We hope you'll tune in on 4/4 and look at all of our video catalog, all of our library from our speakers, and be with us on 4/4 in prayer, in meditation, and then come join us live on 8/8. And stay tuned to starknowledge.org for future updates concerning the Galactic Goddess event. Brad and Casey, thank you so much for doing what you do, for giving so many people a voice, and being cheerleaders for many of the people that are finding their voice to be on camera and on radio, and using this medium to create radical change upon our planet, positive radical change upon our planet. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Michelle. And of course, as you can see, Michelle just has that intoxicating energy and voice that you could sit bathed and nurtured in love. We want to invite all of you to visit the website for all of those updates. Of course, continue to view. This is a library programming, as you know, on Xpnsion Network, so you can view it at any time. Share it with your friends as well. We'll be back with you in line with the Galactic Goddess event, continuing to bring you further wonderful, wonderful interviews. And again, we want to send love, honor, blessings, and joy your way always. This is Casey Wallace, your host of the pre-conference Star Knowledge Conference Galactic Goddess Energy in Laguna Beach, California, coming up. Thanks everybody for being with us.